Welcome. Thank you for joining me today on UDTV. This has been a tough year for a lot of people around the world. I don't believe there is a person I know that has not felt some form of impact. These impacts are felt physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, and of course, financially. But not all of the impacts are negative. From my experience, life has a tendency to teach us and help us grow more when there is actually resistance, or in another word, pain. Resistance is also the catalyst of reflection. It begs me to think and ask, is this the best way, or is there something I can do to make it better? How has this past year impacted you in your life? How is your energy and your health? Have you experienced a COVID weight gain? Are you feeling anxious or uncertain about the future? Do you find that you're feeling disconnected or just angry that your life is not what you want? These are all valid questions and feelings, and we don't always like where we are and how we are feeling at any given time. Well, today, I want to share what has been one of the greatest realizations or awarenesses that I have had in my life. It was the knowledge that I have a true superpower. This knowledge and attitude has literally transformed my life. Would you like a superpower that can turn the stress and pain you are feeling into growth and gain? Do you want to know what allowed me to accept my pain and use it to transform my life? It was the knowledge and uncommon sense that I have a choice. It's a choice about my attitude and my feelings. I learned that my attitude directly influences my altitude. It was the awareness that my energy and my life flows to where my focus goes. The key for my transformation was a simple decision or a choice to shift to an attitude of gratitude. It was and continues to be a game changer for me and those in my life. To me, the slogan, energy flows where focus goes, it means if I choose to focus on the good in a person or life circumstance, then that is what I will start to see more of. If my focus is to lead with love, then I can grow my relationships with who I give love to. If I'm curious and focus on learning, I will improve my skills and my abilities. The power of focus is to choose the filter or blinders I want to see my life and world through. The choice is up to me. So I choose and strive to keep focused on living in an attitude of gratitude. I'm always amazed at how it transforms the results I get in any circumstance to a better than expected outcome. So today, I want to share a simple gratitude exercise I do if I'm challenged or in a painful circumstance. I have created one simple trigger question that I ask myself when I am in a challenging moment to automatically shift and move my focus toward an attitude of gratitude. So are you ready for it? I got to create a little climate suspense. Wait for it. The question I like to ask when I am challenged and need to change my attitude, to change my focus in a snap, is, wait for it, what is great about this? Yes, that's it. No matter how bad things are, I just ask, what's great about this? It triggers me to reflect and gets my brain to go tilt. It shifts me to be curious and investigate the other side of the feelings or proverbial coin. I ask it over and over in many different ways. Some of them include, well, what's great about this moment? Or what's great about this person? What is great about this season? What's great about this unexpected life circumstance? Diabetes. Or another favorite version, what is the great opportunity in this challenge? So this exercise helps me remember that almost all amazing opportunities in life are disguised in what we've perceived to be impossible challenges. Or as my father used to joke with me, when a moment looks like a pile of shh, it's time to grab a shovel because that's got to be a pony in here somewhere. So let me do the gratitude exercise as an example for you. Gratitude. It changes everything for me. So what is great about living with diabetes? That's the first question we're going to ask today in our gratitude exercise. So for me, when I became a diabetic, it literally turned my world upside down. I was an elite athlete and I lost 40 pounds in a month, and it wasn't fat. And I literally became someone I didn't even recognize anymore. But you know what was great about it? I used to have a phobia of needles. When the nurse talked to me about that, she simply asked me, well, here's an orange and here's the needle. We can practice on the orange if you'd like, or you can just step up and jab yourself and just jump forward and get over this hurdle. So what was great about my first triumph of diabetes, I got over the phobia of needles. That's not really that funny of a joke, but it's still the truth. It was a great thing. I'm not afraid of needles. What's great about living with diabetes? Diet. I realized my knowledge, the education, the time I put into learning about the fuel that I eat, that fuel is what's telling my body what to do. Well, I became educated and learned more. I got training on how to eat. And I came to an awareness that actually this is how I should have been eating anyways. So what's great about living with diabetes? Discipline. I got more disciplined in my routines. I began testing my blood more frequently. I began to choose better food, as I just said. And I got more active. Now, it's hard to believe that I got more active because I was training in martial arts every day. I was riding bikes. I was literally running and doing everything I possibly could because of the elite sports that I played. But I learned that as a diabetic, I had to modify. I had to change what I was doing. So what was great is I learned new ways to do the same thing. I learned how in exercise to set myself up for success with great routines around my food so that my tank was full before I hit the gym. I tried many times going to the gym without having a proper meal beforehand. Just having a quick chocolate bar. Well, my results were definitely impacted. So as you can see, asking a question so simple as, what's great about this moment? I already feel, you know what? Diabetes is a challenge, but it's also an opportunity. It's an opportunity for me to educate myself, get trained, be mentored, get around people that can influence me and help me transform my life to be more like their life. And what I'm talking about is a good friend of mine, like Chris Jarvis. He's a type 1 diabetic as well, an Olympian athlete. He did that while being a type 1 diabetic. I'm so grateful for Chris. Him and I have been on hikes through the Assiniboines and the Rockies. We've gone canoeing together. And we talk a lot about diabetes and how we can help other people. He's helped change and make me realize my diabetes may not be great, but it's great that I have the opportunity in this challenge to teach people what I've learned from over 30 years of living with diabetes. What's your choice? Are you going to choose to focus on the negative? Or are you going to focus on the positive? People say, well, Heath, you can be too positive all the time, etc. Well, my only question back to them is, what's your option? Do you want to be angry, frustrated, resentful, sad? My goodness, for me, it was a simple choice. If I focus on gratitude, it's the first step of loving myself because I'm looking at the greatness in the moment, who I could become by going through this challenge. So, living with diabetes. The truth is, it is a challenge. But together we can. I don't know what you know. You don't know what I know. But if we share, we ask questions, we can learn. So what's great about it is I'm getting around people that are living with diabetes and I'm learning. What's great is I am now on a Medtronic's fully activated CGM pump. I never would have dreamed that I would have had this technology or this opportunity. And I was too truthfully afraid to go to fully automated, if there's such a thing. Because I was mean, oh, what if the machine makes a mistake, this? Well, I got around a group of people at I Challenge Diabetes by getting into a group. And I had these young people that were on this adventure, Chris and I, teach me all different benefits of looping, of Dexcom, of Medtronics, and the list goes on, where I was more empowered. So what's great about living with diabetes? Friendship, relationship. And I literally can go on for hours. So I won't bore you with that. What I'm wanting you to see, the power of a question, to flip it upside down, be curious, to look of what's great in this circumstance. What's great about your spouse? What's great about your children? What's great about your job? It's just a question. Ask it. It'll transform your life because you're going to feel good. Do you know that the science actually shows you cannot be angry and smiling and grateful? Just to make sure, just try this little exercise. Go point yourself in the corner after the video's off, stand there, smile, and then start trying to swear and be angry. Guaranteed, you're going to start laughing. The point is, it's a choice. The superpower is, the first superpower is you have choice to choose an attitude of gratitude, to climb. And that's an aviation term, right? Attitude, your line of attack at life. If you want to go up and increase your altitude, you have to increase your attitude. So let's move on to question number 2. This one is a very personal one for me. This was our inaugural year of launching UD Solutions. And UDTV now has grown from that. So the question is, what is or who has been great this year as we launched UD Solutions? Well, I have to start with Susan. Susan is my wife. She's my partner. She's the predator, that production editor that's behind the camera, that's working with me, that listens to me as I write, as I have doubts, as I walk through the challenge of creating uncommon diabetic solutions for people living with diabetes. I'm so grateful for her support. The opportunity to build something together for people that could learn from my life experience and that we could get in group and community with, that I can learn from, and that together we can create an uncommon diabetic life. Second person I'm really grateful for is my very good friend, Bob Embry. He's my co-creator of our UD Foundations program, our UD Transform and community. He's been my right arm, support, friend, mentor in helping me continue to pursue this passion of empowering people. Words don't express it. The feelings that I have just in asking the question, what's great? And who is great in my life circumstance? All of my family, all of my friends that support me. I've been through lots of challenges in life. Who's walking with you? Who are you choosing to be grateful for? Or not? I challenge you. Be accountable. Step above the line. Increase your attitude and be asking what's great about the people in your life. I have a really good friend, Dr. Sean Richardson. He's an energy, health, and performance leader. He's a world leader in the science of energy health. He's mentored me. He's helped me learn so much that I'm able to pass on to people. He's transformed my life in my head, in my heart, my self-belief. It's led to actions. He's one of the first that said, Heath, you should be helping diabetics. Why? You're an uncommon diabetic, is what he told me. Dr. Behruz Beybad, the entrepreneur's doctor, has become such a good friend recently. He's mentored me on the entrepreneurship that's required in the health sector, the lifestyle medicine that I'm wanting to bring to the world through Uncommon Diabetic Solutions. To have leading experts to run with, I am so grateful to you, Behruz. Chris Jarvis, uncommon diabetic, friend, founder of ICD, a world leader in educating, training, and mentoring type 1 diabetics and showing them that they can live a life of adventure. In my living room, I have a picture that says, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all, by Helen Keller. There's somebody who lived and faced her life with an attitude of gratitude and triumphed over many challenges, far beyond what I have to deal with. I have a couple others just to quickly mention, and that is Shay Aris, another type 1 diabetic, an author, an artist, a complete advocate for diabetes at a young age. So grateful. She's inspired me. She's been a guest on our show. And these are the people that I get to be around because of UD Solutions. I'm so grateful for that. And last but not least, Don Jarvis, the diverse nurse. The opportunity to meet people all over the world, experts in health, fitness, in all of the 4 pillars of our mindset and our uncommon fuel, the hydration, nutrition, the dietitians, the Jason Gutman out of New York, right? The opportunity to be around people that are willing to come together to help people living with diabetes. I'm so grateful for that, this purpose. So if I didn't mention you, I really want to say thank you. But I also really want to thank you, the community, for joining us, for journeying with us, and just believing, that together we can. So this is just a short sample of how I am always trying to hack my poor attitude moments and shift to an attitude of gratitude. I know that if you look at a moment with the attitude of gratitude, and when you are struggling, ask, what is great about this? You will not be disappointed at the results it will bring. So I want to thank you for watching and letting me share my UD gratitudes. And to show my appreciation, I want to invite you to join us for a completely free live workshop called the Uncommon Diabetic Workshop. This is a workshop where I'm going to introduce you to a revolutionary and science-based approach towards your diabetic health. We will help you make 2022 your year of transformation. Together, we can create your map or massive action plan and build the foundations to having an uncommon year and life starting now. Just click the link below or register at uncommondiabetic.com for this Thursday's event at 7 p.m. Eastern. Also, click the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss any episodes of UDTV. Thanks for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, be uncommon. Live with an attitude of gratitude.